Don't talk about how ridiculous I look.
So I can confirm that the Department of Defense was tracking a high altitude object over Alaska airspace in the last 24 hours. The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. Out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of the Pentagon, President Biden ordered the military to down the object. And they did, and it came inside our territorial waters. Now those waters right now are frozen, but inside territorial airspace and over territorial waters. Fighter aircraft assigned to U.S. Northern Command took down the object within the last hour.
It's Friday, February 10th. Here is your 5-minute fix. That's right, baby. High altitude object shot down over Alaska, U.S. says. U.S. President Joe Biden ordered a fighter jet to shoot down an unidentified high altitude object off Alaska on Friday, the White House says. Spokesman John Kirby said the unmanned object was the size of a small car and posed a reasonable threat to civilian aviation. It comes a week after the American military destroyed a Chinese balloon over U.S. territorial waters. Speaking at the White House on Friday, Mr. Kirby said the debris field of the object shot down on Friday was much smaller than the balloon shot down last Saturday off the coast of South Carolina. He said that the object was flying at 40,000 feet, 1,200 meters, over the northern coast of Alaska. It had already flown across Alaska at a speed of 20 to 40 miles per hour, 64 kilometers an hour, and was out over the sea traveling towards the North Pole when it was shot down. Maybe Santa's just doing some reconnaissance. Commercial airlines can fly as high as 45,000 feet. Helicopters and transport aircraft have been deployed to collect debris from the frozen waters of the Beaufort Sea. We do not know who owns it, whether it's state-owned or corporate-owned or privately owned, Mr. Kirby said. The object was first spotted on Thursday night, though officials did not specify a time. He said 2 fighter jets had approached the object and assessed there was nobody on board, and this information was available to Mr. Biden when he made his decision. We're going to remain vigilant about our airspace, Mr. Kirby asserted. The president takes his obligations to protect our national security interests as paramount. So here you go. You got a little picture here of Alaska, Canada, United States of America, and dead horse, and this is where the object was shot down. A little cray-cray. Second one in a couple of weeks. Let's play this. What is this here? Oh, don't know about that music. Flight tracking website recorded a U.S. military plane circling over the remote area of northern Alaska. Okay. This is brought to you by the BBC. Here we go. We got Mr. Kirby here again. Okay, so this is nothing too crazy, just a little more explanation, but hey, that's wild. That's wild. Who knows? You know what? I ain't even gonna say it. Here's a little update on a story from, I think, last week, but this was published 2 days ago. At 12:25 a.m., this person's hustling hard. Leonardo DiCaprio is not dating a 19-year-old model, Eden Polani, after being seen together, says a source. A source tells People that just because Leo might be talking to or sitting with a girl doesn't mean he's dating her. Leonardo DiCaprio is not dating 19-year-old model Eden Polani, a source tells People. The Oscar winner, 48, sparked dating rumors after he attended model Riley Montana's, also known as Ebony Riley, album release party last month and was spotted sitting next to Polani. In a photo obtained by multiple outlets, the Titanic star and ITM Model Management signed model took in the party as he sported a casual black bomber jacket and matching baseball cap, and she wore a white t-shirt underneath a striped print blazer. A source tells People on Tuesday, Leo and Eden just happened to have been seated next to each other at the party and were hanging in the same group. Just because Leo might be talking to or sitting with a girl doesn't mean he's dating her. A representative for Polani did not immediately respond to People's request for comment. DiCaprio was last linked to 23-year-old actress Victoria Lamas after the two were seen leaving the Bird Street Club in West Hollywood Sunset Boulevard separately in December before they entered a car together. That's definitely a sign of something's going on. Leave separately, enter car together? Doesn't make no sense. A source told People they were leaving a big group dinner, adding they were also joined by a number of other people in the car. Her father, actor Lorenzo Lamas, spoke to the New York Post shortly after the public outing and said that things between the pair were not serious. He said she's fond of him, obviously, but they're not dating and she does not want that out of there. She does not want that out there because that would be really bad. It'd be embarrassing for her if he should happen to read something that said they're dating and they're not. Fair enough. After parting ways with his girlfriend of 4 years, model Camila Marone, 25, in August, DiCaprio was spending time with 27-year-old model Gigi Hadid. DiCaprio and Hadid were first photographed together at a New York Fashion Week party at Casa Capriani in September, with a film source telling people at the time that the pair like each other and are having a good time. An entertainment source added DiCaprio was taken with Gigi, whom he has known casually for years. She's the type of woman he is usually attracted to. They sort of run in the same high-profile circles and would see each other at events, clubs, restaurants, and gatherings, the film source said. DiCaprio and Hadid were last seen together in New York City in November, when they were spotted leaving the same restaurant. Well, there you have it. Apparently, Leo is not dipping his toes into the 19-year-old, as per this source. A little news from the boxing world. Deontay Wilder wants Francis Ngannou boxing match and MMA fight. Sees it as being a beautiful thing. I mean, that would be a bananas pair of fights. I must say so myself. Deontay Wilder says he most definitely is open to fighting former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou, not just once, but twice. Wilder, a former longtime WBC heavyweight champ, said in an interview with Trill Boxing Talk that he and Ngannou talked about fighting each other when they met at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas last September, just a few weeks before his knockout win over Robert Helenius. Wilder said that UFC president Dana White also was involved in those conversations, sparking his interest in facing Ngannou in both boxing and mixed martial arts. I even thought about this idea though. I was like, all right, let's make it a 2-fight deal, Wilder said. Everybody always comes to boxing, but let's do this. You come to my shit, I come to yours. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You come to my house, I come to yours. I'm a true warrior. With Ngannou leaving the UFC last month and becoming a free agent, the idea could be more realistic than ever. Wilder is promoted by Showtime Boxing, which is aggressively pursuing Francis Ngannou, according to Showtime Sports president Stefan Espinoza. With Bellator events airing on Showtime, it opens a possibility for Wilder and Ngannou to do one fight each in boxing and MMA, but in Bellator, not the UFC. And I kind of talked about Francis leaving the UFC, I want to say a couple weeks ago. Ngannou, 36, has yet to indicate that what his next move will be. The PFL and Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship have expressed plans to make a run at his services. Tyson Fury also proposed the idea of a mixed rules bout with Ngannou. Wilder, 37, is confident he'd take care of Ngannou in the ring. As for MMA, he said he'd be ready to train his all-around skill set to give himself the best chance to win. Bottom line, Wilder loves the idea of 2 fights with Ngannou. I could see it as being a beautiful thing, Wilder said. I'm speaking from my heart. It's not just me thinking about the bigger picture of it. That's just what my heart is telling me. It's smiling when I think about this fight. It feels warm. Hopefully, it comes to pass. So, I mean, there you have it. What do you think? You think this will go down? Do you think it'd be as beautiful as Deontay Wilder is saying it will be? Only time will tell. I think I'd have to agree. I would love to see this. I like either boxing or MMA. Like, this would be great. This would be absolutely great. And you know what? It's great to see the fusion of combat sports where guys are going from one to the other, crisscross, hogwash, all that good stuff. Last one for today. Here's some what I thought was cool rendered drawings when I saw this myself. These stunning Bugatti Chiron RVs make us wish these were real motorhomes. Like, this one right here looks like something out of like Mad Max. You'd see this in Mad Max, 110%. This is a baller, like it just looks fierce, you know? Bugatti is renowned for making the most outrageous hypercars the world has ever seen. And that's not just including its current lineup of high-performance models, such as the Chiron and the W16 Mistral. They have been playing the hypercar game for a long time. The Veyron shattered the top speed record for a production car with its 1,000 horsepower quad-turbo W16 engine. Its successor, the Chiron, and its many forms took the hypercar game to another level, all the while ensuring the interiors were as luxurious as ever. Bugatti's current focus is on making ultra-fast hypercars, but what if the brand decides to branch off into other categories and comes up with a spectacular line of luxury RVs for the ultra-rich? That's precisely what these incredible AI-generated renderings made by Instagram user FlyByArtist illustrate. They show what the future of luxury travel would look like if it were in the hands of the fine folks at Bugatti. So look at this. We got one here. This one got a nice little gold color. Look at these big ass rims. These are probably like 36-inch rims. Like most people would probably be like, this is too much. But I mean, this would be hella interesting. Like how, like that's boss, man. That's boss hogging. Oh, look at this. This one actually looks like the most conventional looking RV. You know, it's got the box shape in the back as compared. This one looks more like a van. Be like it's like a luxury Astro van right there, you know. This one just does. This one looks futuristic as all hell. That one a little more realistic. This one, like I said, this one looks like one that you would actually, it's even got that RV wave stripe going down the side. And, oh, look at this one. You do a little off-roading in this one. This one looks like something you'd see in Europe. Seems a little European if you ask me. Yeah, that's it. I mean, what do you guys think? Those look pretty cool, I'd say. Yo, it's Friday. Have a good weekend. It's been your 5-minute fix.